Hey guys, recording this early in the morning, February 28th, 2025. And a ton of economic data just hit the tape, guys, and it is ugly. But when you look at the charts, you're just like, well, why the fuck is the markets going higher? If the data is so ugly like you say, Leo, then why is the market going higher? And that's by mistake, where somebody, let's say, they're like, they listen to all the bearish videos this week, but, they're like, well, where's the big crash? Where's the big crash? And they don't understand. And so when the market bounces, let's say somebody expects a crash for a few days in a row, and the market does drop, and you make a little bit of money, but then it bounces again and so on. So naturally, a lot of traders, they lose their fucking patience, and that's why they don't beat the market. So the point is, I focus on the setup. Focus on the pattern. The pattern is ideal. And so the market is going to produce some phenomenal entry opportunities like right fucking now. Guys, it's 8:46 a.m. The data is total shit, right? I mean, you got solid confirmation that prices are going higher, which is what? Stagflation. So the durable goods, the actual numbers like 3.1%. The expectations were 2.0. So the number is actually higher by more than 30+%. Okay? And that's already with modified expectations. The same number. Jobless claims. Shit. For the first time, guys, the Thursday jobless claims numbers that we'll get at 8:30, right? For the first time, the job number is actually, the jobless claims are up. So basically, there's more people that are unemployed. And the number that was expected was 222,000, which was already a number that was revised to the upside. Well, the actual number is 242,000. So, realistically, we all know this data is never reported they always try to make the situation look better, and then they revisit it later. So probably realistically, the real jobless claim number this week is probably 300,000, but they're reporting at 242 to just say, it's over expectations by 20,000. But the very important point, this is one of the first pivotal moments when jobless claims are even higher than already higher adjusted expectations for the jobless claims numbers. So basically, what does it mean? Well, there's more fucking unemployed people. So I'm not sure how does that equate to economic growth. People are losing jobs daily, but we've talked about it in many videos. We just now finally, Biden administration manipulated the data for so fucking long. It's unbelievable. Now we're getting some final numbers that may just a little bit represent the true economic state that's been happening over the course of last 14 months, where we've said, look, stagflation is the base case. This is what's happening, okay? So every piece of data we have gotten today is a confirmation for stagflation. GDP, same comparable GDP number in the prior year was 3.1. We're getting 2.3. The market expected 2.3. Well, guess what? It's not better than what the market expected. So the economy is not growing, in other words. And I guarantee you the GDP number that we got today is going to be revised. So the actual GDP number is probably fucking 1.9, right? But can you imagine if they actually reported the GDP number of fucking 1.9 today? I mean, the market would have fallen the fuck apart, but I don't know how many points, but you get the idea, right? Every day we're getting a new piece of economic data that proves daily now that economy is slowing and inflation is going higher. So partly some of the data was recorded today has to do with the prices. And I think the PCE number, is going to be the market breaker. But so you have a confirmation of stagflation, which again, stagflation is, it's a checkmate for the market. Stagflation is a type of market situation where there's 100% probability of a market fucking drop. So when you look at these data, And you look at the charts and the market is going higher on this data, you know that this is a severe case of a divergence, because shortly after, guys, I promise you at some point fucking today, the market is going to reverse and it's going to collapse the fuck out. And it's going to do it again tomorrow, and it's going to do it again Monday. And so much for those Nvidia earnings. Wow, the earnings are so great. Okay, if the earnings are so fucking great, why isn't the stock going higher? Well, yeah, but it looks like it's green. Wait, are you kidding me? The greatest fucking company in the world reports the greatest earnings in the world, and surprise, surprise, it's up by $3 at the time I'm recording this. It's up by $3. Do you not think that after reporting such phenomenal earnings, what appears to be phenomenal earnings, but I warned you about this Nvidia stuff yesterday. I said, guys, look at all these probabilities that a lot of these Wall Street analysts are not looking into. They're not calculating this stuff in. So yeah, the numbers were good. Nvidia beats on sales, beats on earnings. All that stuff is good. But guess what? The guidance, it's in line. So it gave a guidance of 43 billion. Plus minus 2% is what they said could be the deviation. Well, if it's minus 2%, then the guidance is really close to the 42 billion, which is exactly what Wall Street expected. So now what's your fucking bull case for Nvidia to go higher? The numbers are basically looking into the future, are already what Wall Street expected. So what is the fucking reason to buy Nvidia now? It's all priced in. Everybody that could have bought Nvidia already fucking bought it. So who else is left to buy it? Like, think of it in these terms, okay? There's one crazy guy out there, Michael Saylor, who came up with an idea to borrow a shitload of money. At this point, it's like close to 50 billion, and sink it all in Bitcoin. And he's using the strategy of being the highest buyer all the fucking time. You can almost be sure that when Saylor buys Bitcoin, he buys at the highest prices. And then you wonder why his shares are fucking dropping, right? You wonder why Bitcoin is fucking dropping. Because now he can no longer borrow the money to buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin maintained above 100K for quite some time because he was the only buyer out there, putting billions and billions of dollars in Bitcoin. Now he stopped buying. Look at what the fuck is happening. So what do you think is going to happen to Nvidia shares when everybody that bought it stops buying, when there's no new buying coming in? It takes very little selling for something to drop. You've seen it in Ethereum, you see it in Bitcoin, now you're going to see it in Nvidia. But forget about Nvidia. We never told anyone to trade Nvidia, but you would want to use Nvidia as a barometer of where some of the components of the market could be going. And so, yes, we are shorted Nvidia this morning as soon as the market is going to open up, because I think the shares will go much lower at some point today. But you don't want to be shorting some stocks ahead of the earnings reports because of the inflated options. So, guys, on some stocks ahead of the earnings report, options are underpriced, and we do take trades like this. But don't be going out there buying options on stuff where the move could be overnight, like basically what it's been on Nvidia. It doesn't go higher, it doesn't go lower, okay? So, and the reason being is because everything is already priced in. See, if the earnings were so great on a company that already got over $3 trillion in valuation, I mean, you need a lot more fucking capital to come in. Basically, you need a lot more buyers to come in to push it even higher. But when the biggest buyers leave the building, what's going to happen? There's no way it can go higher. That's the point. So, but there's some other trades that are way better than Nvidia, guys. Okay, way better than Nvidia, that are going to drop by such a much greater number of points or percentage of their share price, that the gains that you could make on shorting Nvidia this morning when it's up is going to pale in comparison to like how much you could be making in some of these other stocks. So if you want to know what these stocks are, go to 13mmtv.com, sign up, talk to a coach, sign up to trade with a coach, guys. Don't miss those trades because I'm telling you, there's some stocks that are going to drop. By next week, there's some stocks that will drop 60, 70 fucking %. So as a short seller, you absolutely got to love it. Don't miss those opportunities, guys. Get in touch with us now, 13mmtv.com. Let's roll.